This is day 1691 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. They were doing Choshen Mishpat Siman Reish Samach Aleph Sif Alv to Reish Samach Beis Sif Hey. Reish Samach Aleph. Didn't might say V'mokom Shenikra She'en Aveda L'Akir Aveda. The halacha of finding in a place where it's clear it's not a lost object and to recognize a lost object. Al Friday's bar, we already said the davar anything was clear it's not a lost object, como cardome, such as an axe or baguette or a garment beside God the next to a fence. Ain ligabo is not touched. Cheni matzah chamor parah sus, or if you find a donkey or a cow or a horse rowing b'derech b'yom, grazing on the road during the day, ain zabeit it's not a lost object. Even for several days, one after another. People you leave their animals to graze on the road. At night, or you see a donkey with its implements overturned, or you see a horse with a wagon running without any person. It's clear it's a lost object. If you saw the animals grazing early in the morning and towards evening, if you remember, so you saw it for 3 days, very early in the morning, and I guess late in the evening. So then, Nikashu Aveda, it's clear it's lost object, but night to Machas the day, can you announce it? We know saying our country is Minichmos, Behemos back for him, we also call Lila. In our we leave the animals and the horses in the villages to graze the entire night. Allah Sados in the fields, Bakai, it's in Busama, Bichutz Akfar, outside the town. You can't touch them. Closure of general principles. This has to do with how the person finding it sees it, and and according to the custom of the country. You see a cow running on the road, turning towards the city, it's not a lost object. If it's running towards the field, it's a lost object. Roa Mitzvah you find it grazing on the vineyard, you have to give it back. Even though it's not getting lost. Avarema says it's causing a loss to the vineyard. And you must return lost ground. So that we see an animal, a goat, or a horse. The beginner's chaver in your friend's field. Because the loss is causing to your friend's land. Pshita, it's obvious beginas anos if it's in the garden of a person who's abandoned. That there's a concern that he'll kill the animal when he sees it. When the bandit sees in his garden. There is a concern that he's going to kill it when he sees in his garden. So if you know that when you take it out of the garden, it's going to go back on its own to its original owner. You only have to take it out of the garden. And it's so it's not going to go back to its original owner. If you know to whom it belongs, take it to his home. If it's not denigrating to your honor to do it. If not, no tomachos, you should take it and announce it. Also a place where people collect fines from animals which are found grazing in other people's fields. They ticketed them. Then the chayav will take it out and save the money of the owner. Meaning that if even as his own animal, he would not lead it in the streets. It's interesting, some way of saving. You see somebody's car about to get obviously not feasible with the whole idea of car keys, etc. But if you saw somebody's car in a place that's about to get ticketed or towed, so it would be a Shabbos Aveda if you could somehow remove it. If you found a cow standing outside the tchum, outside 2,000 amos tchum Shabbos, I think is what it would usually mean, but here probably just means outside the extended boundaries of the city. Shanika Shatoa, who it's clear that it's lost, it's wandering. It's possible it's going to flee, run away from its owners. They have to get back. If it's grazing on the grass, you shouldn't touch it. Shane's Aveda, it's not a lost object. Came with some medes, but Refus, so they found in the stable. Avshenomish, or the barn, whatever Refus is, cow structure. Well, actually, it's not necessarily even a structure. It's a corral of some sort. Actually, because even though there's not a corral, let's call it, which would probably safekeep it. Because if the corral does not lead the animal astray, that it should run away from it. Such as it doesn't have the openings on all four sides. Ain't so bad, it's not a lost object. But the owner will come and take it. Some say if this corral is outside the extended boundaries of the city, you have to go back to the original owner. Raman writes, everything is relevant to time and place. Ain't come machlekes, no machlekes of come. There we show him. And also, the first opinion concedes if it looks like, according to the circumstances, it's not being properly safeguarded, that might flee or be stolen, you have to give it back. Someone deliberately loses his money or his objects, and he's going to we don't get involved with him to return them. Himself is not concerned with his money. Kate said, how so? You see someone leaving his cow or his horse in a corral which has no door, it doesn't tie it, goes away. Or he tosses his wallet in the street, and he goes away. That's the person deliberately caused losing his money. Even though the person who sees is not allowed to take it. The leaf girl's son, didn't make him hefker. He didn't watch it properly. Nevertheless, he's not required to give them back. Shemar says, that which is lost, problem my base post the person who causes himself deliberate loss. Yes, in the rest of that's some will say that such a corral, even though it's faulty, is not considered a midas. Many people do this. Therefore, if there's concern the animal will get lost, you have to give it back. It's a place where it's an absolute loss, for a deliberate loss. Somebody who tosses his wild into a public thoroughfare, not just a street. Some people say it's actual hefker, and the first come, first serve. Anybody takes it, gets it. Vadi if Kiyam Beliebo, he certainly made hefker. It's hard for hefker to believe. Have a hefker and hefker in the heart is hefker. I am much love the same Reish and Gimel. But that which he only does not concern to safeguard properly. In this case of Abbas, you gave your money or your objects to small children, etc. Most of Makom you put your animal in a place where it's not safeguarded at all. True, the finer is not required to give it back. Nevertheless, it's not hefker. The other, on the contrary, nothing the other. If you took it away from the child, whoever it is, in its shmira, and going to talk right back. Okay, so obviously there, it seems like a beta midas, but only if it's in the hands of a child, and the child loses it, not where the adult gets it. Based on a base, so what lost object you must renounce and which belongs to its finder. Any lost object is not with the pruta at the time it's lost, and at the time it's found, you don't have to announce it. And even was where the pruta time was lost, if it was now it's worth less. It wasn't where the pruta time was lost, now it's worth more. Not required to give it back. Shneimar says, that which is lost from him, and you find it. It's Yichal Torah, She'aleh Shem Aveda. It's got to have the name of an Aveda, a Chaleis Shem Aveda. Shas Aveda, Shas Metzia, when he was lost, when it's found. to shove a pruta b'shas aveda shas mitzia. But if it was worth a pruta, the time was lost and the time was found. I feel who's something in time even got diminished in value in the interim. Chayiv v'chayiv. Chayin muzla chodem achroza. So too, if it came diminished in value after you found it, but before you announce it, you're still chayiv l'achriz. You have to announce it. Came shas mitzia chalav achiv. Since that time you found it, you got the obligation incumbent upon you. L'paka achakach afshus doesn't go away, even if it becomes diminished in value later on. Based, I feel like it should show yes in pruta, even lost arch is worth more than pruta. Even shall shoot him out it belongs to many partners. Shemagil kolachal shaputas, each one has less shaputa. Enoch hayvach zira. You don't get back. But medvar morning when is the true she'll do a little shame shoot him by aveda. If he knows that they're partners in this aveda, ava bistam. But in a generic situation, saw an object or a coin which fell from people who were walking together. You can't assume that they're shooting. This appeared to Dinik Moshe's by the fame said this will has many details. Kima, I don't know if many, but there'll be details. Kima rush time shall be out. We see two people walking together. Never mechem mechepetz. How you fell for one of them? I feel double shame. But Simon even saying, but there is no Simon Chayav Lachzi had to get back. Nesha Oved enemy to Shalom. Because the loser never gives up hope. Nesha Omer says, "Hare lo ya imadi ela zeshalachimi." There's nobody else with us except this person who's my companion. He must have taken it. He's not confessing. Today or tomorrow, at post I'm going to see something of his corresponding to the lost object. He's not never misrash. I feel that Hashem Muslim is something who has no simon. Interesting case, because he's things were stolen. He does get both afterwards. All right, you picked it up before Yush. That's the case of Yush Lamidas. But 3 people went together enough, and the object fell from one of them. I feel a double change, but simon, which does have simon, you find it after the loser is aware that he lost it. Harei gets to keep it. The vada, you see, she's don't give up hope. The Shomer says, he still says, it's certain that one of the 2 people was going to me took it. But he asked them, they came back to me. And demanded with aggressiveness, I can't do. Each one said the other guy took it. Therefore, he can't. He also is not able to seize anything from them as collateral. Mishmiyah gives up immediately. She's very happy when he finds out his lost object. I was saying if he sees the object fall from among 3 people, he doesn't get back. So the finers knows that they're not partners. I mean, but if he doesn't know, then we're still considered to be partners. And one partner does not suspect his friend. But actually, even when he was aware that he lost the object, and they asked them, and they say, we didn't find it. Anyone says she doesn't give up. She says she not even is my more. They want to cause any anguish in a short amount of time. Because Shiva, they're going to eventually get back with the object. Therefore, you see an object fall from 1 or 2 people, from 2 people. Sorry, object. So see money or the object was falling from 2 people. You have to give back. So to 3 people, but you don't know that they're not partners. If you get to see from who it fell, get back to him. If you don't see from who it fell, if it has a sign, you should announce among them. There's no simon yet, becomes his or it's clarified based on their confession. Shamiu to me belongs. Chazal say if he doesn't know that they're not partners, I feel like even the object only worth 2 prutas. To get back, even though it's not a shavuot for each one. And so we're concerned indeed that they're shutfim in this. Came there, since none of them has a shavuot pruta among the 3. One of them was Michael to his other 2 friends. So it's 2 prutas to 2. Later on, finds that they weren't Michael to one to the other. Others, Hare who shall belongs to the finder. Even though it came to his ends before he became aware of whether they was mechil or not. It's not like years without awareness. This is nothing to do with his awareness. It's a question of reality. Okay, saying along those lines. Shava proposed shape was less than two putos. I have a tummy sham might say oil smokes to find her. We're not concerned that don't take into account that two people are meichel to one of them. It's not normal to be meichel one. We're also not concerned that maybe two of the partners, and the other was meichel his chilek to the second one. We're only concerned either that they're all shutfim or they're not shutfim at all. It's there. And with two people, even only as a shapruta, you do have to get back because for the issue, maybe one was better than the other. Hey, Yesh when some say the is bar, that which was clarified. When you see it fell from two people, that you have to get back. Because he assumes that Sven took it, he doesn't give a help. Zed Akshara might say Shishneim Chipsu Achrabeda. So only to find and saw that they both look for the lost object. Below Zed, without that, he doesn't assume that Sven took it. I think somebody else found it. If there's no simon, I raise the mighty belongs to the finder. If you found it after it came clear to the loser that he lost it. If everybody's money, where people normally check their pockets all the time, because she's bar. As we shall see. Never said by three people we have to be concerned that perhaps the partners. That's where you saw all of them look for it. The class right said there's a little bit of evidence at least to the partners. But otherwise we don't automatically assume that they are partners. It's Taisa ben Yucham, and says and he says it's Tzarech Il Ladina. It's not clear to follow the Seishamim La Lacha or not. And that's it for today.